Start the recording also. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Thanks all for joining. So, as very quickly, like, okay, we are going through the foundational concepts and the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So, let's go very quickly. So, we've seen the four yugas and it related the time frame, and Brahma's lifetime is equal to one inhale and exhale of Mahavishnu, which is equal to 311 trillion 40 billion years. Okay, there's a whole details about that calculation. So please have that particular thing in the mind all the time. Then the four yugas. Okay, what is a way to reach Lord in those yugas, and how many years like the normal or average human beings or living beings lifetime, and what is good and bad like in that particular each yuga was mentioned here. So the current yuga we are in is Kali Yuga, and it is called the Nama Yuga. And in this particular yuga, the chanting of the holy name is the way to reach Lord. Okay, so that is how. Then we have seen like how um, from Krishna, who is the Swayam Rupa, the Lord Balrama comes. Like from Balrama, the first Chaturvyuga, Vasudeva Sankarshana, Pradyumna Aniruddha comes. Like from that Sankarshana, the Lord Narayana comes. From that Lord Narayana, the second Chaturvyuga comes. Okay. Then from that Sankarshana, comes the Purusha avatar, Karna Udagashai Vishnu or Mahavishnu, then Garbhodagashai Vishnu, then Kshirodagashai Vishnu. So we seen all these things like how from each uh, pore of the Mahavishnu, each universes are sprouting. Like okay, uh, from there, like okay, the Garbhodagashai Vishnu comes, and from Garbhodakasha Vishnu's navel, the Brahma comes, and in his massage, in his lotus feet, like a Lord Lakshmi Devi is massaging the lotus feet. Okay, so that is how we have seen. Then Kshirodakasha Vishnu, in every one of us, the Lord Vishnu is the present. So the reason in the Sanatana Dharma, we have to respect everyone, and we should not like okay disrespect anyone. So that is very important. Uh, then comes the Krishna. So what is the difference between the qualities of like okay from Jiva to Shiva and Vishnu and Krishna? Okay, this we have seen. So please, all these slides already been shared. So please try to memorize, try to go through often, so that like okay we have the good hold of this particular thing and we can pass this knowledge to others. Okay, then this difference between the human and animals. Okay, humans have higher intelligence, discriminating power, and reasoning power, apart from the eating, meeting, sleeping, defending. Okay, then we have to remind ourselves this is not the place where we want to be, because this present body is like okay, always Nirananda, then always like a Achit, and always Asat. Okay, but where we want to go like a Sat Chit Ananda, eternal knowledge and bliss. Okay, that is where we want to go. So that has to be understood. So for that we need to remember the Lord, and we need to go there. Okay, by reminding ourselves this is not the place, and we have to practice the devotional service. Okay, that is what we have to remind ourselves each and every moment of our life. Okay, so this is the material world 14 planetary system, how it has been uh, uh, aligned. Okay, so four things are common: birth, death, old age, and disease. Okay, starting from Patala Loka to the Satyaloka, the earthly planet where we present, like it is on the middle of this particular 14 planetary system. Okay, so then we have seen like five topics of Bhagavad Gita, where each and every sloka talks about like a five topics of Bhagavad Gita. So that is nothing but the Ishvara. It is talking about Ishvara, then Jiva, then Prakriti, then Kala and Karma. All the five topics it is talking. Okay, in this the Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, and Kala is non-eternal. Sorry, eternal. and only karma is like a non-eternal. So that is the reason by our own activity, our own intelligence, like we can have the we can redefine our karma, we can change our activity, and we can go back from this the material world to the spiritual world. Okay, these five topics of Bhagavad Gita is very important. So then uh, the divisions of Bhagavad Gita, like we all know, Bhagavad Gita is a conversation happened between like okay Krishna and Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So it was a 45 minutes conversation. Uh, 700 slokas been discussed, and in that the segregation was like 18 chapters. In that 18 chapter, uh, chapter 1 to 6, like okay, talking predominantly about the Karma Yoga, which is leading to Bhakti Yoga. Okay, the chapter 7 to 12 is talking about like a Bhakti Yoga, whereas the jewel of the whole conversation. Then chapter 13 to 18, like talking about the Jnana Yoga, which is leading to the Bhakti Yoga. Okay, so the Bhagavad Gita, like, this segregation of like the slokas. Majorly, it is talking about the Lord Krishna. That is the reason like it is called as the Bhagavad Gita, which is Song of God. Okay, Arjuna talks about like 83 slokas, Sanjaya 41, then Dhritarashtra 1 sloka. Okay, so though it was talked on the war field, but the content it was talking predominantly is like okay the life, how to live our life, how we are getting a manual by buying any particular gadget. Okay, for any electronics item, if you buy like a manual will be provided how to operate, correct? The similar way our life how to operate, that is nothing but like a Bhagavad Gita. So that has been said like how to perform our activity, how to lead, how to respect everyone, how to do devotion service. Okay, so all these things been explained. Okay, no, in no sloka or the translation or purports like the war or violence been encouraged in Bhagavad Gita. So that is that suggests like okay, Bhagavad Gita is not encouraging the violence. Okay, that is important to understand also. Okay, then Gita teaches what is good, bad, how to talk, eat, recreate, give, how to think about Lord, what to offer, everything. Like it is talking about everything. So it is talking about like the peace formula, happiness formula, art of dealing with the dualities, forgiving God. All these things like will be we will see in the upcoming slides. Okay, so the yoga. What is the yoga? What's the meaning of yoga?
Connecting with ultimate.
Yeah, connecting oneself to the supreme. Okay, connecting to the ultimate. Okay, so by our activity, if we able to connect to the Lord, it is called karma yoga. By our jnana knowledge, like if you are connecting to the Lord, it is called jnana yoga. By our meditation, like if you are able to connect to Lord, it is dhyana yoga. And by loving the Lord, okay, if you are able to connect to Lord, it is called bhakti yoga. Okay, so we have seen a nice example as like okay, all the other yogas being karma yoga or dhyana yoga or jnana yoga, it is like okay, traversing from floor 1 to 100 via escalator or via steps. Okay, but the bhakti yoga is by using the lift, like okay, you can easily traverse. The similar way, by performing bhakti yoga, we can easily attain the Lord by reaching Lord and the supreme abode easily. Okay, so that is the reason bhakti yoga is like a easier to practice like than all the other yogas. Okay, so we have seen this. Then we have to use our mind, intelligence, body like it to connect to the Lord. So the first chapter, the chapter name is called Observing the Armies on the Battlefield of Kurukshetra. Before this, we have seen like okay, why Krishna been called as the uh, Supreme Personality of Godhead. We have seen the Forbes, correct? Fame, opulence, renunciation, then be beauty like education. Then yes, the Forbes, the six qualities like okay, that sloka is there: aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashashriyaka jnana vairagya yochaiva sannam bhaka idingana. Okay, so one who possesses all these six qualities like a fame, opulence. Forbes, if you remember FORBES, it is easier to remember. Okay, that those are the six qualities. F means like if fame, O means opulence, and R means renunciation. So why Krishna renunciates, are like a what is a magnificence of Krishna renunciation? Any particular thing you can remember? Hare Krishna. Are you able to understand? This is important. Why we are calling Krishna? Why we need to pray to Krishna? Why we have to? We are saying Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead. That we have to understand. Because if you want to love a person, you need to understand the characteristics of the person. You need to understand like all the qualities of that particular person. Correct. So then only your love would be like a unflinching, unmotivating, and unassailable. Correct. So why Krishna been called as a supreme personality of Godhead? So this is the reason, okay? Because no one has the fame as Krishna has, okay? So why in Vrindavan, while Krishna presents like a he was known and loved by each and everyone, including all the demons also. Okay, that is one thing. Then, opulence. Krishna has opulence. Like okay, like during that time, the opulence have been calculated as like the number of cows they have. Correct? Because Nanda Maharaj, Krishna's father, has 9 lakh cows. Okay, those many cows were there. Okay, and he was so opulent because he can he's the universal lord, and uh, he's the proprietor of everything whatever we possess. It is not ours, it is Krishna's. Okay, that we have to remind. Then or is renunciation just for a friendship, the Supreme Lord taken the position of a chariot driver. Okay, this is the first thing we have to get straight. Like, okay, when we are calling as a renunciation. So, or represents a renunciation, that renunciation, like a Krishna renunciate everything just for their friend. Okay, for Pandavas, he renunciate, even he's a supreme personality of God, he renunciate and he becomes a chariot driver. How the chariot driver will get the signal from Arjuna? Arjuna will kick the left side of the back side of Krishna if he want to go the chariot on the left side. If he is kicking on the right hand side, by using his right leg, then Krishna has to go on the right side. So he renunciate everything like just for the sake of friendship. Okay, that is a greatest because when you don't have, you can renunciate, but when you have everything, renunciation is like a very very tough, but Krishna exhibited that. Okay, and then for Sudama also, he renunciated everything and he is massaging the lotus feet of Sudama, correct? When Sudama comes, the greatest friend of Krishna, Kusela, who comes like, okay, to meet Krishna, correct? So that these are the some of the pastime, like, okay, where we can see Krishna's renunciation. Okay, then FO, or what F means? F represents. Hope everyone is at listening. Please, like, okay, let us have the interactive session. So, what does F represents in the
Fame.
six? Yeah, fame. Okay. What does O represents?
Opulence.
Opulence. Very good. What does R represents?
Renunciation.
Renunciation. Okay. What does B represents?
Beauty.
Beauty. Correct. Yeah. So, what is the meaning of Krishna? What is the meaning of Krishna? Krishna means
All attractive.
all attractive. Okay, so you take the beautiful woman or man in this world, like just put near to Krishna, that would be equal to like, okay, the beauty of the toenail. They will not be even comparable to the toenail's beauty of Krishna. Okay, that much Krishna is like so beautiful. Then E represents education, which is knowledge. Okay, there are n number of instances like how Krishna planned the Mahabharata war, like on one because it was supposed to start on the Amavasa day, correct? So then only it would be the Kauravas been told, okay, because uh, who Duryodhana is approaching uh, Shak Nakula and Sakadev, okay, because Sakadeva is the astronaut in the astrology. He was very very famous. Okay, then Duryodhana is approaching Sakadeva. Okay, when to start the war? Correct. So at the time he's saying, okay, you need to start on the Amavasa day. Okay, Amavasa was not there, but then Krishna is calling, like, okay, Krishna is planning like to do some tarpana. Okay, at that particular time. Then Surya and Chandra comes at that particular pace. Okay, when Surya and Chandra meets, like that is the Amavasa, correct? So at the time, everyone thought, okay, the Amavasa started and they starting the war. He's ensuring that Duryodhana is not starting the war on the exact day of Amavasya. Okay, so likewise, like there are various instances how the how he's depicting, like, okay, the way to kill Dronacharya, correct? Dronacharya is a very powerful warrior, like he can never be defeated, but he has one weak link. Okay, he's son. He's very attached to his son Ashwatthama. Okay, then what he's saying is, Krishna is saying to Arjuna, sorry, to Bhima and to Yudhishthira Maharaj. Okay, I am going to say Ashwatthama Kunjaha, like, okay, Ashwatthama been killed, the elephant. So in Sanskrit, like, okay, if you say I walk, walk I, both are similar. I am walking, am I walking? So in the English, like if you change the words, the sentence meaning will be differing, correct? But in Sanskrit, if you put like, okay, elephant Ashwatthama been killed, or Ashwatthama killed the elephant. If you put whichever way, like you are mixing the words, or like changing the words in the sentence, it will remain, the sentence will remain same. Okay, so he says elephant, I'm sorry, Ashwatthama killed, then the elephant. Okay, Ashwatthama killed, who is saying the Bhima is saying Ashwatthama killed, then while he says elephant, okay, because there was an elephant named Ashwatthama which been killed by Bhima. Okay, he's saying Ashwatthama killed, while he is going to say elephant, at the time, like a Krishna blew his Shankha. Okay, that time the Dronacharya didn't hear the elephant name. Okay, he just heard only the Ashwatthama killed. So he thought, okay, my son Ashwatthama been killed. Then immediately, like he's losing his whole consciousness and the whole power. At the time, okay, Arjuna been asked to kill Dronacharya. Correct. So likewise, like, okay, there are so many instances where Krishna used his intelligence. That is
Prabhu,
what, like a education. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu,
Yeah, yeah.
Arjuna did kill Dronacharya.
Then who killed? I think he has been killed by Drishtadyumna.
Drishtadyumna, yes.
Yeah, Drishtadyumna. Correct. Yeah. So Drishtadyumna killed because like Drishtadyumna's father, who is that? Drupada. Okay. Uh, then we have seen. Then S is like a strength. Krishna's strength is immeasurable. Correct. Like at the age of uh, 3, he has killed the Putana. Okay. He was lifting the Govardhan hill on the this finger. Okay, left this finger. He lifted Govardhan hill. Govardhan hill, like, okay, the surrounding was close to 20 plus kilometer. Correct. That hill he was lifting for 7 continuous day and nights. Okay, so that shows the at a very early age, like, okay, he was killing all the demons sent by Kamsa. Correct. So these are the some of the pastimes, like we can remember. There's Krishna's pastimes are like, okay, immeasurable. Uh, it can go on down and down and down. Okay, so that is the reason, like we have to love Krishna, we have to worship Krishna, we have to pray to Krishna. Okay, that Krishna is waiting for all of us arrival. Okay, that Krishna is represented in us as what? That Krishna is represented in us. He is in me, in you, in every one of us. Correct? Like as a
Paramatma.
yeah, that
Shirodaksha
Paramatma.
Vishnu.
What is the name of that Paramatma?
Shirodaksha Vishnu.
Kshirodakashai Vishnu. Yeah, very good. Okay. So that is how we need to remember. Like, so this forbes, remember all the time. Okay. Whomsoever, all these things Krishna exhibited all the time. Okay. That is very important. It is not, okay, I have strength, but I don't have the intelligence. I have the strength, but I don't have the renunciation. Okay. He exhibited all the things in full all the time, every time. Okay. That is the reason Krishna only been called as the Supreme Lord or Bhagavan. Bhagavan can be called only to Krishna. Okay. Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Okay. That is only we can call. We can't call Bhagavan Brahma or Bhagavan Shiva. No, Bhagavan can be called only to Krishna because that is the definition of that Bhagavan. This sloka, Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yashasya Jnana Vairagyo Chaiva Sannam Bhaka Idingana. That is the sloka like for this particular representation. Okay, then let us dive into what we have seen in the first sloka. Okay, Dhritarashtra, who's blind. Okay, he could not able to see what is happening in battlefield of Kurukshetra. So Sanjaya, who's been empowered by Vyasadev to get to see like what is happening on the war field of Kurukshetra. Then he's explaining all those things like to the Dhritarashtra. So Dhritarashtra starting like Dhritarashtra Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveda Yutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kim Akurvada Sanjaya. So he knows that the Pandavas and the Kauravas assembled to fight in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, but he is questioning because that place where he assembled, okay, that is the very Dharma Kshetra, okay, it is called Dharma Kshetra. It is very auspicious, very pious place. So he's thinking, okay, they assembled to fight, but that place should not change the Kaurava's mind to not to fight, to get like okay on a peaceful manner with Pandavas. So for that reason, he's reconfirming, okay, they are going to fight, correct? And he's saying, Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra, Samaveda itself, Mamaka Pandava Chaiva, my sons, okay, and the sons of Pandu. So here he shows the discrimination. Okay, he is not considering his brother's son as his sons. Okay, he is considering my sons and the sons of Pandu. Okay, that shows the discrimination. Then Duryodhana is talking to Dronacharya. Okay, by just a little bit of like okay, inducing the enmity he had with Drupada. Okay, Drupada is the father of Draupadi, and his son Drishtadyumna taken the side of Pandavas. Okay, so then we have seen uh, how the whole of their armies been assembled. It is massive war. Okay, it is not very small war. It is massive means massive. Okay, because seven Akshogini, one Akshogini has okay how many chariot, how many horses, how many elephants. All those things been mentioned over here, correct? How many foot soldiers? Okay, likewise seven Akshogini, the size of Pandavas, and the Kauravas like okay, 11 Akshogini. Okay, um, this we have seen in the last classes. Okay, so these are different names of Krishna and Bhima and Arjuna. Okay, then let's go into the first chapter. So till now, any questions? Please feel free to have interactive session, and please like okay have these things revised again and again so that you don't get to forget like okay, all these things. We have to revise this every time, and we have to remind ourselves, okay, because this is the transcendental knowledge. It is not a normal knowledge. It is a transcendental knowledge which has to be remain with us every time. That is what very important. It has to remain with us every time. So that is very important. Till now, any questions, any doubts? Hare Krishna. Okay.
No, Prabhu.
Yeah, okay. So we have seen until 13th sloka, because while they were the Kauravas were blowing the Sankha. Who blow the Sankh of Kauravas initially? This is a whole Kuru dynasty. Okay. So who blows Prabhu?
Bhishma is blowing first.
Bhishma, yeah, Bhishma is blowing. At the time, it is giving joyous moment for Duryodhana. Okay, so this is the Kuru dynasty. Okay, Shantanu has like okay, Chitrangada, Vichitravirya, two sons. Okay, via Shantanu and Ganga, the son is born as like okay, it is called Bhishma. Then via Satyavati, like okay, he had another wife like a Satyavati. Via Satyavati and Parasara, like a Vyasadeva comes. Okay. Then Chitrangada died at a very early age. Okay. Then Vichitravirya had like a two wife, one is Ambika and Ambalika. Via Ambika, who was born, okay, Dhritarashtra, and via Vichitravirya and Ambalika, like a Pandu was born. Okay. Pandu has like a two wife, one is Madri and Kunti, and Dhritarashtra has like a one wife, Gandhari, and Gandhari's brother is Sakuni. Okay, Dhritarashtra has 100 sons and one daughter. Daughter name is Dushala, and the 100 sons like led by Duryodhana. Then Kunti and Pandu had like a five sons. Sorry, Kunti and Pandu had like a three. Kunti had via sun god, like okay, Suryadev, he had son Karna, and via Pandu, like she had Yudhishthira, Bhima, and Arjuna. Via Madri, like okay, Pandu had Nakula and Sakadeva. Okay, so Yudhishthira and Draupadi. Uh, then via Subhatra, like he had the other sons, Abhimanyu. Then via Abhimanyu's wife is Uttara, and via Uttara, like Parikshit was born. Parikshit son is Janamejaya. Okay, so this is how the whole family tree of Kuru dynasty is. That this lot clear? Okay, than what I shared last time. So all these things we have seen here. These are the various acharyas, like their commentaries been referred while Srila Prabhupada, who is the ISKCON founder acharya, who prepared the whole of like a Bhagavad Gita. That is the reason this Bhagavad Gita is called as Bhagavad Gita as it is, because all the other Bhagavad Gita, there are various Bhagavad Gitas in the market. Okay, those Bhagavad Gita, they put their own interpretation. Okay, but Srila Prabhupada taken time to refer all the previous acharyas, be it like okay, Srila Baladeva Vidyabhushana, Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura, then Sridhara Swami, then Ramanujacharya. He referred all of their commentaries. Then he prepared the Bhagavad Gita as it is, and um, he prepared all the translation and purport. Okay, so this we have seen already. Then this also we have seen the Dhritarashtra encouraged from Sanjaya. This we have seen everything. Okay, so these are the things like how to study Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita has to be like studied very scrutinizingly. Okay, very detailed analysis has to be done. Okay, we have to know, we have to understand, then we have to practice what is being told in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so the benefits of studying Bhagavad Gita is because what is four things are common like between us and the animals. We have seen this in the foundational study. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Eating, mating, defending,
Sleeping.
sleeping.
Okay, eating, mating, sleeping, defending. Okay, this we are no more than animal if we do only these four things: eating, mating, defending, sleeping. So what is differentiating us from animals? It is higher
Humans have the
intelligence,
power of discrimination.
power of discrimination. Very good, Prabhu. Okay. Then
Thinking
higher
powers.
intelligence, higher intelligence. Okay. That higher intelligence and the discriminating power, by using that, what we have to do? We have to study the scriptures. We have to study Bhagavad Gita. We have to study Bhagavatam. We have to understand like what is being told in this scripture, and we have to practice in our life. Okay, that is a reason for attending these classes, to attend uh, all these what to say, like scriptures. Okay. Um, then Dhritarashtra fear were concerned like a partial to his own sons. Okay, this we have seen already. Kurukshetra is a sacred place. Like this, you visualize. Okay, see, Dhritarashtra is inquiring to Sanjaya. Sanjaya is telling like what is happening on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Okay. Um, Kshetra means like a paddy field, which is unnecessary weeds. Like, okay, it is Dharma Kshetra. All the bad thoughts, like, we'll remove when we are visiting the, what to say, the Punya Kshetra, correct? That is the reason he's calling, like, okay, it is a Dharma Kshetra. Then Duryodhana approached Dronacharya. Then Dronacharya been mentioned like this, how their whole thing of uh, uh, army been assembled. Okay, then why he is approaching Dronacharya when Bhishma is there? We have seen. Okay, because he want to increase the enmity between, like, okay, the Drupada, okay, and Drishtadyumna. So this we have seen names of more warriors. Every warriors like they've been told, and he is always like many a times he is telling you. They all are like ready to even give up their life for my sake. Okay, that is what he is doing. Okay, this is how the whole the details been told. Okay, their war, the whole of their how the assembly of like all the horses and elephants been mentioned over there. Okay, Duryodhana describing about his wars. Okay, because he is thinking Pandavas are only strengthened with the help of Bhima, but from our end, like we have Bhishma, we have Dronacharya, we have Karna. Likewise, like he's explaining all of them, many powerful warriors ready to lay down their lives for me. He's saying, okay. This we have seen. Okay, this we have seen. 11. Duryodhana. Then Bhishma is like blowing his Shanka. Okay, Bhishma is blowing his Shanka on the side of Kauravas. Okay, then everyone started blowing their conch shells also. Okay, so 13 we have seen. Let's start with 14. Okay, uh, Tatah Shvetair Yukte महति स्यन्दने स्थितो माधवः पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यो शङ्को प्रदाो मतः. Okay, so here Madhavaha, Krishna been called as Madhava because he is the husband of the goddess of fortune. Okay, Pandavas are Pandavas. Okay, so it has been explained. On the other side, both Lord Krishna and Arjuna stationed on a great chariot drawn by white horses sounded their transcendental conch shells. Okay, so Duryodhana side, Kauravas, everyone like they blow their conch shells. Now Pandavas, like it is going to be explained as like how Pandavas blown their conch shells along with Krishna. Okay. So when we are calling Krishna and Krishna as Madhava, Yadava, Keshava, Nandanandana, Yashodanandana, then he would be like a more pleased, more happy. Okay. So then it is started. Panchajanyam Rishi Kesho Devadattam Dhananjaya Poundram Dadaumu Mahashankam Bhima Karma Vrikodaraha. So here each of their Shanka has a name, okay? Uh, so Lord Krishna blew his conch shell called Panchajanya. Krishna's conch shell is called Panchajanya, okay? Very important. This the five Pandavas conch shell and Krishna's conch shell we have to remember, okay? Lord Krishna blew his conch shell, Panchajanyam. Arjuna blew his Devadatta, okay? Arjuna's conch shell is called Devadatta. Bhima, the voracious eater, okay? And the performer of Herculean task, okay? Very, very complex task. His terrific conch shell is called Poundra. So, Krishna's conch shell is Panchajanya. Arjuna conch shell is like a Devadatta, and Bhima conch shell is like okay, Poundra. Clear?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, Panchajanya, Devadatta. Here, even Arjuna been called as like a Dhananjaya. Dhananjaya means Arjuna, the winner of wealth. Okay, we have already seen in that particular list, correct? Krishna and his devotee's name. And for Bhima also, like it has been called as Vrikodaraha, okay, which is the voracious eater, okay, Bhima. So Panchajanya, no, Panchajanya is like Lord Krishna's conch shell, Arjuna's conch shell is Devadatta, and Bhima's conch shell is Poundra. Okay, then the next three slokas. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthiraha Nakula Saha Devascha Suhosha Mani Pushpakau Kashyascha So Kashyascha Parameshwashaha Shikanti cha Maharataha Drashtadumnyo Viratascha Satyakish Paratika Drupato Draupate Yasha Sharvashaha Prithvipate Saubhada Shracha Bahuhu Shankan Dadumu Pratak Pratak. Pratak Pratak means like each separately, everyone is reciting, everyone is blowing his their conch shells. Okay, that is what been told in what are the things? Okay, um, King Yudhishthira, the son of Kunti. Okay, blew his conch shell, Ananta Vijaya. So Krishna's, Yudhishthira's conch shell is Ananta Vijaya. Nakula and Sagadeva conch shell is Shugosha and Mani Pushpaka. So let us remind ourselves, okay, what is the name of conch shell of Krishna?
Panchaya
Panchajanya.
Panchajanya. Okay, very good. What is the conch shell of Arjuna?
Devda
Devdatta.
Devadatta. Yeah. What
Devda
is the conch shell of Bhima?
Pond
Poundra. Very good. Okay, very good. And King Yudhishthira's this one is like Ananta Vijaya. Then Nakula and Sakadeva. Nakula's one is like okay, Sugosha, and Sagadeva is like a Mani Pushpaka. These six thing we have to remember all the time. So Panchajanya is Krishna's one. Then Devadatta is Arjuna's one. Okay, Poundra is Bhima's one. Okay, Yudhishthira Maharaj is Ananta Vijaya. Then Nakula is like okay, Shugosha, and Sakadeva is like a Mani Pushpaka. Okay. Then Pandava's other army members, like the great archer, the king of Kashi, the great fighter, Shikanti Drishtadyumna, Virata, the unconquerable Satyaki. Okay. Uh, we will say na Virata Desh, correct? Yeah. Drupada, the sons of Draupadi. Okay. And others. O king, as such as the mighty armed son of Subhadra. Okay, all blew their respective conch shells separately. So everyone is like blowing their conch shells. Okay. So anyone can say all the 6 conch shells without seeing? Who can say? Try, at least try to attempt.
So I can say like Krishna's was Panchajanya
Very good.
and Bhima, Pondrak, Pondrak,
Bhima is Poundra.
and Arjuna Devdatta.
Yeah, very good. Okay.
This I remember, Prabhu.
3. Okay. Yudhishthira is Ananta Vijaya. Okay. Yudhishthira is Ananta Vijaya. Then Nakula is Shugosha. Sahadeva is Mani Pushpaka. Okay. So Ananta Vijaya, Shugosha, and Mani Pushpaka. These are the conch shells. Okay. They are blowing their conch shells respectively. Okay. Then the next sloka. Shagosha Dardara Hridayani Vyadarayat Nabascha Prithivim Chaiva. Okay. Tumulo Abhyanadayan. Okay. The blowing of these different conch shells became uproarious. Okay. Vibrating both in the sky on the earth, it shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. Okay. So while Bhishma was blowing the conch shell, it was giving the joyous moment for Duryodhana. But while the Pandavas are blowing their conch shell, it becomes like a uproarious. It is a unbelievable sound. Okay, it is vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. Okay, who is the sons of Dhritarashtra? Who is the sons of Dhritarashtra?
Duryodhan.
Duryodhana and all the Kauravas. Okay, yeah. So it shattered the hearts of sons of Dhritarashtra. Okay, they become so fearful after hearing the conch shell sounds of the Kauravas. So we will see in the upcoming slide. All this is because Krishna is on their side. Whose side? Pandava's side. Okay. Then okay. Atavyavastitan drishtva Dardara Sankapi Dvajaha Pravritte Sastra Sampate Danur Udyamya Pandavaha Rishikesham Tada Vakyam Idam Maha Mahipate. Okay. At that time, Arjuna, the son of Pandu, seated in the chariot bearing the flag marked with Hanuman, took up his bow and prepared to shoot his arrows. O king, after looking at the sons of Dhritarashtra drawn in military army, Arjuna then spoke to Lord Krishna these words. Okay. So here the important thing is Arjuna seated in the chariot bearing the flag marked with Hanuman. So there are various victory measures, like why Pandavas will come out with success in this particular war. Various representation will be there. One such thing is the chariot which Arjuna was uh, on there. It was marked with Hanuman. Okay, so that shows one of the victory measure for Pandavas. Okay, took up his bow and prepared to shoot arrows. He was taking his bows after blowing his conch shell. He is taking his bow, okay, and about to shoot the arrows. At that time, he is talking to Krishna. After looking at the sons of Dhritarashtra drawn in military array, Arjuna then spoke to Lord Krishna these words. Okay, remember here, okay, the army's been assembled, they blown their conches, okay, they are about to fight, they are Arjuna taken his bow and arrows and about to start the fight. At the time, Arjuna is speaking to Krishna these words. Okay, Arjuna vacha तेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये रथं स्थापव्य मे अच्युता यावदेतान् निरीक्षेऽहं योद्धुकामान् अवस्थितान् कैर्मया सह योद्धव्यम् अस्मिन् रणसमुद्यमे. Arjuna said, O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies so that I may see those present here who desire to fight and with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms. Okay. So Arjuna says, okay, oh infallible one, Achyuta. Achyuta means, what's the meaning of Achyuta? He's saying, what is he saying?
Who will not fall? Who will not fall?
Yeah, who will not fall. Here he's saying, see, Stapabye me Achyuta. Achyuta means like a one who's not fallible. Okay. Here we have Venkata Prabhu. His name, his son's name, he named us Achyuta. Okay. So Achyuta means like, okay, one who doesn't fall. There is no fall, infallible one. Okay. Arjuna is addressing to Krishna, oh infallible one, please draw my chariot. Okay. Between the two armies so that I may see who's present here, who decide to fight like on the both the side, with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms. Okay, this is how he is mentioning. Okay, with this we will try to end the class here. Okay, I will just go through the slides. 22. See, if you all become very knowledgeable in this foundational slides, okay, then we can go through, because the foundational slides are taking little more time. So please, like I'm requesting all of you to be mastery of this foundational slides. Okay. So let me go here. Yeah. So yeah. 2 minutes. Okay. Okay. So we will see the slides. Okay. So Lord Krishna's grand entry in the Bhagavad Gita in the 14th sloka. Okay. Then we are seeing Lord Krishna blew his conch shell, Panchajanya. Arjuna blew his Devadatta. Bhima blew his Poundra. Okay. These are the conch shells. Okay. Then Krishna and Arjuna blowing transcendental conch shells. Okay. Then we are seeing why he's been called as Madhava. Then these are the this one like a Krishna's conch shell is Panchajanya. Arjuna's one is like a Devadatta. Bhima is like a Poundra. Yudhishthira Maharaj is Ananta Vijaya. Nakula is like a Shugosha. And Sahadeva is like a Mani Pushpaka. Okay. Krishna is situated in hearts of everyone. As how?
Chirodaksha Vishnu.
Shirodakasha Vishnu. Very good. Okay. So Krishna. Okay, Krishna is the part and parcel of everyone. Okay, then these are the already we have seen why he is called as Madhava, Madhusudana, everyone, everything. Okay, Prikodara, Dhananjaya. Okay, then these are the all the conch shell name. Okay, then while Krishna and Arjuna and the Pandavas like blowing their conch shells, it becomes uproarious, like okay, shattered the hearts of sons of Dhritarashtra. Okay. The Kauravas, Duryodhana warriors like blew their conch shell. That did not shatter Pandava's hearts. Okay. Due to confidence in Krishna. But one who is taking shelter of Lord has nothing to fear. Okay. That is very important. Because if we take the shelter of the God, we don't need to fear. Kauravas thought scattered due to fear because they didn't take the shelter of the Lord. Okay, that is the reason. It was like they got fear while Pandavas were blowing their conch shell. Okay, these are the great signs of defeat for Kauravas. Okay, then on the 20th sloka, Arjuna ready to fight, looked at Kuru army, spoke to Krishna. They are about to fight. He taken his bow and arrow, and this is a symbol of like a Hanuman on the chariot. Okay, that also you see. Then Arjuna's flag on the chariot has the emblem of Hanuman, the devotee of Lord Rama. Okay, sign of victory all the time. Okay, Hanuman cooperated Lord Rama, and they both won on the battlefield of like okay, while they trying to take Sita back like from Lanka, correct, from Ravana. Also, Lord Krishna is personally present as a Rishikesha to direct his senses. Okay, Arjuna's victory is almost assured. Yeah. Okay, so these are the signs of victory. Yeah, yeah. Okay. These are the signs of victory for Pandavas because the place where they assemble first is like okay, Krishna's personal presence confirms the victory because Krishna is the Rishikesha. He controls everything. Correct. Then um, the goddess of fortune. Okay, because wherever Krishna is present, the goddess of fortune also will present. Okay, that is another reason. Then the venue like it happened is like a Kurukshetra, where it is going to be established for the Dharma Kshetra. Okay, then Hanuman on the battle on the chariot. Okay, emblem. Then a symbol of Vishnu. Conch shell is a symbol of Vishnu, correct? Vishnu has four things in his four hands. What are the four things?
Conch shell, Sudarshan Chakra,
Yeah,
lotus flower,
yeah,
and Gada.
Gada. Very good. Okay. Shanka, Chakra, Gada, Pani. Okay. Well, so Shanka, which is Shanka, the conch shell, then Chakra, Sudarshan Chakra, then Gada, and what other thing? Lotus flower. Okay. Shanka, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Okay. So these four things will be there. Then symbol of Vishnu, that is shows like a symbol of Vishnu. Then transcendental conch shells. Okay, all these are, it is Divya. It is a conch shell is Divya. Then Bhishma's conch shell to pacify like a Duryodhana. Just like a Bhishma, just to blow his conch shell, just for namesake. Okay, to pacify Duryodhana only. Agni Deva's chariot given to Arjuna. The chariot Arjuna using in the battlefield in the war is like a given by Agni Deva, which is show the victory for Pandavas. Okay, then shattering of hearts. Okay, while Pandavas blowing their conch shell, like okay, it was uproarious because Krishna was present on them. Okay, that is the reason the other Kauravas were like okay, almost assured of the defeat. Okay, so these are the 8 signs of victory for Pandavas. Okay, then the 21 and 22, Arjuna requests infallible Lord Achyuta to draw his chariot in the middle of battlefield. Okay, uh, meaning Achyuta like infallible. We have seen the relationship between Lord and devotee is sweet and transcendental because the devotee is directing or commanding Lord, okay, Krishna to draw his chariot. Correct. That is the renunciation characteristics who is exhibiting. Krishna is exhibiting for his devotee. Why Arjuna asked to move the chariot amidst of the armies? Like because Arjuna was forced to fight against Ishvish. Like okay, he don't want to fight. Then he was anxious to know who is there. Okay, to fight. Then to see how much they were bent upon fighting to estimate the strength which he had to face. Okay, but he has no intention of peacemaking at this moment. At this moment, still Arjuna wanted to fight. Okay, then immediately let us see the change of his mind to not to fight. He will give various other reasons like to not to fight. Okay, that we will see. Okay. Uh, So Arjuna wants to see who have come to fight, wishing to please Duryodhana, because Krishna and Pandavas don't want this war to happen. They wanted peacefully, like to resolve this. so the reason Krishna went as a peace messenger, but it's still Duryodhana and Sakuni, all the Dhritarashtra son, like they didn't accept it. So so that like a war was inevitable, correct? So so 24, like a Lord Krishna draws the chariot in the midst of the both the armies. Okay, so that we will see in the next slide. Chariot in front of Bhishma and Drona. Okay, from 24 we will see next class. Any questions till now? From next week, like we will try to spend only 5 to 10 minutes maximum for the summary and what is being covered. Then we will try to do more for the that particular week's sloka. Okay, please, I request each and everyone to be well versed in what is being covered, and voluntarily, like you can start also the summary. I would be more glad. Okay, I'm just trying to say. So that like others can grasp what has to be done, and they can follow in the upcoming weeks. Okay, Hare Krishna. Any queries, any doubt, or any feedback, please feel free.
Prasadam, Prabhu.
Prashadam, remotely, Prabhu, you can come and join anytime at our house. Okay, please, all are welcome. We wanted to have physically only, but at least once in a while, like we can have it physically also. Depends upon everyone's comfortness. Okay, definitely we will try to do something at least on a monthly basis, like physically. Time may not be like 8 o'clock. We can have like a little delayed one, but. But definitely, like a prasadam also can be arranged anytime. Like please visit our house, and we can have the prasadam together. Hare Krishna. Please, I
Hare
request
Krishna
again.
Prabhu, thank you.
Yeah, please revise and come and attend for the class, and don't make it as a habit as listening Bhagavad Gita or reading Bhagavad Gita only on Saturday or only on during weekend. Please have a habit of like reading the slokas every day, one sloka or two sloka or five slokas, which will help us to remember the Lord and connect in the devotional service. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thanks all for joining. If no further queries, please feel free to share the feedback also. How it is going, how it is helping. Is it too fast or too slow, or like we can speed up or we can concentrate on these things? Okay, please feel free to mention so that we will be able to positively like take those feedback and try to correct it in the upcoming weeks. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thanks all for joining. I will.